Hey lovely yoga teachers, today I'm sharing 5 tips with you on how to find and connect with your ideal one-to-one clients. So if you're a newer teacher and you're teaching mostly in studio or group Zoom classes, and you've really been wanting to get into private one-on-one sessions and packages, these tips are going to help you get started. And if you happen to be catching this before February 21st, 2022, I do have a live online workshop that I'm sharing with you for free. I hope you'll join me. I'll be sharing the inspiration and guidance that you need to help you leap into offerings like one-on-one packages and workshops, whether they're online or in person. So if you want to take that next level up in your yoga teaching, take it up a notch, join me for that workshop. If you're watching after the 21st, no worries. Check out the description below and you'll be able to find out how you can watch the replay link. And if you're new to me, hello, I'm Allie. I'm an international yoga and meditation teacher, a retreat leader, and yoga teacher mentor. I've been teaching yoga for over 8 years and mentoring teachers for over 4 years. I have been traveling and working on my own business for over a year now, and I am currently in Sayulita, Mexico, gearing up for my next yoga retreat. So having said that, I am in Mexico, and sometimes you'll hear some noises here and there, but I always like to remind myself that most of the things in life we can't control, and as yoga teachers, we kind of get that, right? So if you are new here, please do subscribe. I've got lots more tutorials to share with you. And if you're a yoga student, not a teacher, don't fear. I have tons of great yoga videos coming out over the next little while from Mexico and beyond. So stay tuned for those too. And hey, if we haven't connected yet on Instagram, find me there at Allie Temple Yoga. Give me a follow. Pop into my DMs and say hello. I'm there every day, so it's a great way for me to connect with you as well. All right, let's jump into my 5 tips on how to find and connect with your ideal one-on-one yoga students. The first tip I have for you is to actually start by, if you haven't already done this, offering a yoga workshop that is specific to your niche or driven to your students that you already have. Now, if you missed my last video, I gave tips on how to choose the topic for your yoga workshop. I'll leave a link somewhere here for you to check that video out after if you haven't already seen it. But starting there is going to give you more opportunity to connect with your students and draw in your ideal students and allow them to get to know you a little bit more and get to know what you have to offer. The second tip that I have is something that I share often. It's to make sure you are making those personal connections before and after yoga class. So if you're teaching Zoom classes, don't just log in right at 9 o'clock to start your class and then log out at namaste. Figure out a way to encourage your students to chat with you before class. Same thing if you're teaching in person, make sure you're showing up at the studio ahead of time, not only for so many other reasons to feel grounded and present, but to connect with your students before class. Learn their names, get to know them, ask them questions about themselves, because your students need to trust you and they need to feel connected to you if they're going to go ahead and purchase a program to work one-on-one with you. And you can think about it this way. If you've ever paid a yoga teacher to work one-on-one with them, you probably had built up a connection or had taken enough of their classes and had chatted with them or seen enough of their content that you did feel a personal connection to that teacher before purchasing the program. Okay, tip number 3 is to offer personal cues in your yoga classes. So if you haven't already tried this, try using names in your yoga classes. This is something that we did a lot back when I was the lead teacher and teacher development manager in Los Angeles at a few top studios there. And we really encouraged our teachers to connect to our students in the class. And I know for me, as a yoga student, I have always felt so much more connected to the teachers that have really paid attention to me. And you want to do that as well as a teacher. You want your students to feel valued to feel seen and to feel important, like they matter in that class. So especially if you're a newer teacher, this is something that comes with practice, but I want you to stop thinking about your students as bodies that you're teaching yoga poses to. We want to teach the people rather than teach to the bodies. Each class that your students show up to is an opportunity for you to share this entire experience with them, not just to lead them for 60 minutes or 90 minutes through a flow that you've run through 100 times before, but it's a chance to really create a unique experience and to create that connection. The next tip I have for you is to take some time and think about a yoga niche that you want to be offering for your one-on-one clients, your private clients. And you can really personalize this, which will set you apart. We all know that there are so many yoga teachers out there. There's no shortage of us. So we need to offer classes that are personalized and unique to our own lived experiences. So for example, if you are a former athlete who has dealt with a lot of injuries or has coached in a specific sport, or maybe you have conquered a specific health condition or you're moving through one right now, that you feel comfortable sharing your experiences with your students. Think about how that specific health condition is related to yoga and how the practice can help support your students who might be going through the same thing that you have gone through or are going through. Or maybe you are more fitness oriented and that's something you want to be focusing on in your one-on-one classes. That's something you want to get really specific about when you start to advertise. Perhaps you are more interested in the spiritual side of yoga and you love to learn and share about the chakras or about energy healing, and you want to bring that into your offering. So that's something completely unique and different as well. So whatever it is, just take some time, reflect to what you feel connected to, what experiences you've lived through that you can share with your students. All right, my final tip for you today is probably the tip that all of us yoga teachers seem to be the most resistant to, and that is promote yourself. Get on Instagram or share with your students if you have a newsletter, or talk it up in studio, wherever your ideal clients are hanging out. Push yourself outside of your comfort zone. I know it's scary, but push past that fear to put yourself out there and let your students know that you are offering private sessions, one-on-one sessions, and what you specialize in. I hope those 5 tips have helped you with bringing a little more clarity around how to start offering one-on-one sessions and packages. Don't forget to join me for the live workshop on Feb 21st if you're catching this in time, or check out the info to catch the live replay down below. And please subscribe, find me on Instagram at Ali Temple Yoga, and I'll see you in the next video.